Dallas has just been on a tear. I believe we can attribute that to Jason Robertson. Also, Jake Ottinger, who's really stepped in.
Yeah, so we can compare a rookie QB to a toddler. Hayward's absence for this game will be significant, and I wouldn't be surprised if this game turns into a blowout as of late.
The Golden Knights just can't pull it. I really think the Avalanche are determined this year.
They made so many moves and grabbed so many guys that they have to win a championship or at least make the finals. They were on our championship and bust.
The same self, the only year he won an MVP was the year he cheated, which really should put something against that MVP. But
yeah, and as a Cowboys fan, I have learned how dangerously good Aaron Rodgers has been with he can just thread a pass.
Hello, I am Ruby Ackerman, and you are listening to Outsider's Opinion with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NFL Opinions of the Week. Continuing to go through defense in our top 10 as it is about to be preseason, but there's not much to talk about. But we got rankings. We're starting with the top 10 corners, and this one should be a fun one, Austin.
Yeah. I really do think this one is one of the closer ones that we have. It's extremely tight. Even my honorable mentions, I feel like, wow, those guys are honorable mentions. I want to put them in, but then I see the guys above them and I'm like, yeah, I just can't.
Yeah, I have 3 honorable mentions because, yeah, it's very tough, and I'm sure there aren't guys on my list right now that I can see being on your list, so I'm very interested.
Yeah, so do you want to go into your honorable mentions?
Yeah, so I'll just go all 3. Jaire Alexander, he's someone that's been fantastic, but when I was looking at it, I just couldn't find a way to put him on the top 10. He's dealt with injuries, but if he's on the field, he's a great corner. Christian Gonzalez for the Patriots is a corner coming up. And then same thing with J.C. Horn. He was the top pick and was after Patrick Surtain. And Patrick Surtain, of course, is on this list, but J.C. Horn just couldn't make this list. But those are my 3 honorable mentions.
Okay. My 3 honorable mentions, we do agree with Jaire Alexander. Then I have L'Jarius Sneed, who was solid last year with the Titans, and I think could have a bounce back year. In my last honorable mentions, Trayvon Diggs. Diggs has struggled sometimes, and his run defense last year, I think, was pretty noteworthy.
It was pretty bad.
I still think that he can become a top 10 corner if he stays healthy and plays all 17 games and also kind of comes back into what he was.
Yeah, he is not on my list. I know I've been a huge Trayvon Diggs fan. I think he can come back to it, but I think next year he's going to be coming back from injury, and we'll just have to see what he does. So he is not on my list.
Okay. I'll go into my number 10. My number 10 is Devon Witherspoon with the Seahawks. Witherspoon had a very, very good start to his career. The Seahawks defense continues to improve, and Witherspoon has made a Pro Bowl both of his seasons to start his career. I think he was even better last year than he was the year before that. And that's despite the fact that he's only caught 1 pick in his entire career. So he's just a very good coverage corner, and I think that he will hopefully get more picks this year and continue to improve with his team.
Yeah, I'll get to him in just a sec. But first, my 10 is A.J. Terrell with the Falcons. I think he's a great cover corner, and he's really grown with the Falcons. Then I'll just go straight into my 9, which is Devon Witherspoon, for all the reasons you said. He's incredible. And I have a lot of young guys on this list for corners.
Okay. My 9 is Sauce Gardner. He had a down year, but I still think that he should be on the list. I mean, he's made 2 first-team All-Pros his first 2 years, but last year was not great. But I don't think that's because of necessarily skill. He didn't really miss that much time with injuries. I just think it was a down year for the Jets overall. The morale of the team was low, and they had a lot of guys not play all that great. But I think he returns to maybe not first-team All-Pro status, but still a very solid corner and is very good for the Jets this year.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like I miscounted with my 10. As I was looking at Devon Witherspoon, I didn't have an 8. So my 10 is going to actually be J.C. Horn. My 9 is A.J. Terrell. Then 8 is Devon Witherspoon.
Got it.
So who is your 8?
My 8 is Deron Bland. That may surprise some people, but I do think he'll come back from injury better. I don't think you have a season like he had 2 years ago now. without making an impact. I don't think he was all that bad when he was healthy, but the injury definitely really hurt. And I think that his development was stunted a little bit by that, but I think he'll have a resurgent year this year.
Yeah, he's someone that I think can be good. He is not on my list because of injuries, and we'll just have to see. This is a big year for him because I do think the Cowboys could move on from Trevon Diggs. They do not seem happy with him, and Bland could kind of move into that. And I do think he moved in to play slot corner, just given all the injuries that were happening to the Cowboys secondary. So he's a good pick at 8. Now I'll let you go into your 7.
My 7 is Byron Murphy Jr. with the Minnesota Vikings. He's been talented his entire career. First with Arizona, and then with Minnesota. He made his first Pro Bowl though last year, and I think again Brian Flores is just a genius, and that will help him get better. But again, he had the best year of his career last year, and I don't think that changes.
All right. He's someone on my list, but he's a great corner. And a lot of great corners do change teams a lot, which is pretty surprising because I remember when he was on the Buccaneers.
No. That's not. You're thinking of Sean Murphy, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, is Byron Murphy? He's young. Because he was on the Cardinals.
Yeah. You're thinking of Sean Murphy Bunting, probably.
Got it. Yeah, that's right. He's someone that's moved a lot. But all right, so now I go into my 7, Denzel Ward with the Browns. He's a great corner, and we were talking with defensive linemen in another top 10, and he's someone that I pairs and benefits from Myles Garrett bringing that pressure, but he's someone that can just be a great cover corner.
It's a good pick. My number 6 is Christian Gonzalez. I think Christian Gonzalez will be very good this year. He's ever since he got hurt after his rookie year, he just continues to improve. And I think the Patriots, their history is built in defense, and I think they have a pillar of their defense here with Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, they're just great at developing corners. My 6 is Marlon Humphrey with the Ravens. He's someone that I've talked about before. He had 6 interceptions last year. He's someone that is just a nitty-gritty corner for the Ravens and constantly is on my list.
Yeah, I don't have Marlon Humphrey on my list. I know he had a good year last year, but he's kind of been inconsistent during his career, and I think there would be other people that outshine him on the Ravens defense, like Nate Wiggins. I think Nate Wiggins will be a better corner than he will this year, but Nate Wiggins also is talented. My 5 is Denzel Ward. The Cleveland doesn't have that much to look out for this year, but Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett, those guys are definitely going to be major pieces of their defense and their team. And he continues to impress with his speed and his coverage. So have you already done your 5?
No, I'm about to do my 5, which I know we were at dinner and you were talking about this guy with the Bears. Jalen Johnson with the Bears is my 5. It's hard to focus a lot on corners because some of them do get interceptions, but some of them are so good that teams just don't throw their way. And I think Jalen Johnson's going to have another great year with the Bears.
Yeah, I have him high. We'll come back to him later. But my number 4 is Trent McDuffie. McDuffie had another amazing year last year with the Chiefs. He's a big reason why their team continues to make Super Bowl appearances. That defense with Steve Spagnuolo is just amazing, and I think McDuffie has another great year.
Yeah, and I believe McDuffie was in the same draft class as the guy I have at 4, Derek Stingley Jr. with the Texans, had 5 interceptions. I think he's going to move into that top corner role in the NFL this year, and that's why he's at 4.
Okay. Who's your 3?
Did you already do your 4 or no?
Yeah, my 4 was Trent McDuffie.
Okay. My 3 is Trent McDuffie for the Chiefs. He's someone that's just been incredible, and it's really surprising how the Chiefs just continue to find corners. And then I'm curious if they pay Trent McDuffie or if they move him around, like you had your honorable mention, what the Chiefs did with L'Jarius Sneed.
Yeah, my 3 is Derek Stingley. You said him at 4, right?
Yeah, I had him at 4.
Okay, so we had those guys flipped. Stingley, young player with Houston. Houston's going to need their defense to step up because their offensive line is so poor. But I think he'll continue to improve. I mean, he was a great player in college, especially. I mean, I remember kind of the hype that kind of followed him throughout his college career, but that's continued into the NFL. And I think that as long as he stays healthy, this team will continue to be a great use of him.
Yeah, now we go into my 2, which is Sauce Gardner. I know you had him at 9. He did have a tough year, but I think he bounces back, and he's just going to be one of the best corners in the NFL again.
Yeah, my 2 is Patrick Surtain, so that kind of tells you where I have. I'll just go to my 1 is Jalen Johnson as well. Here's my argument that I have to a lot of guys. I mean, some people think I'm crazy for that, and maybe it is a little bit biased because I really do like Jalen Johnson. Here's the difference. Patrick Surtain does not face as many best wide receivers in the league as Jalen Johnson does. I mean, if you look at the entire Green Bay Packers wide receiving core, then you go to the Vikings, you're like, oh, they have Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. And then you go to the Lions, you're like, oh, they have Amon-Ra and they have Jameson Williams. So the guys that he has to guard is significantly harder than the guys. Okay, the best receiver for the Raiders is Jacoby Myers. The best receiver for the Chiefs last year because of injury was, I don't even know, because you can't even say it's Xavier Worthy because Xavier Worthy was getting a lot of like touch passes, right? So the best actual receiver, I don't know, Justin Watson, because Hollywood Brown didn't even play all that much, and Rashee Rice got hurt early in the year. So there wasn't much competitiveness there. And the best receiver for the Chargers was a rookie, Ladd McConkey. So this is not to say Patrick Surtain's bad. It's just that I think that Jalen Johnson's, the competition that he goes up against consistently is a lot tougher than that of many corners in this league. And so when he gets torched once or twice by Justin Jefferson, I think that speaks to how good Justin Jefferson is and not how good Patrick Surtain is. Because when Surtain went against Jamar Chase in that big game and the Bengals ended up winning, Jamar Chase put over 100 yards on his head. So Surtain's extremely, extremely good. I think that he deserved Defensive Player of the Year last year. I know we discussed that. It was either between him and Hendrickson. I think Defensive Player of the Year was Surtain's to win, and he did win it, which I'm happy about. But I think the best corner in the league is Jalen Johnson.
All right, that's a good argument. To me, I'm going the safe answer, which is Patrick Surtain, because he's just incredible. Won Defensive Player of the Year last year. First corner to do it since Stephon Gilmore with the Patriots. And he's someone I'm interested to see what Jalen Johnson does. And I would love to see Patrick Surtain face more top wide receivers. But yeah, so that concludes our list. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.